Avatar 2: The Way of Water. Terrible.
Well, first of all,
Worst movie ever? Yeah.
I'm going to call you out, honey.
Okay.
We showed up an hour early to the theater.
Yeah.
Because you thought our showtime was...
At 11:50, and it was really 12:50.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're in there with our dorky 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Sitting in our chairs. No one else is in there.
And we were rushing at Sizzles like, we gotta go. We gotta go. And the theater isn't super far away, but we had to book it, and we get there, and I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah. But,
it was fine. We sat there. We digested our food.
Yeah.
We let it process through our bodies.
And people started showing up at 12:15-ish. Like,
yeah.
People were there early, so...
So we weren't alone.
Yeah.
We watched Maria Menounos do her trivia shows.
Trivia with celebrities. But overall, the movie is just much like Sis. Terrible. So, okay, well, there's two parts. Visually, I thought it was so bad. You liked it.
I thought it was amazing. Like, I thought to myself, if I was watching this 3+ hour movie in 3D, but with like zero audio, like if it was just silent, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Yeah. But because the characters and the plot were so stupid and terrible, it really took away from it. But like visually, I loved it. Yeah. I love the world of Pandora. Yeah. Like the forest, and then they transitioned that to the ocean. And like I loved all the underwater scenes. I thought they were beautiful. Yeah. But the characters were terrible. The dialogue was so cringe. Yeah. It was so bad. And I kept thinking, like, when is this going to be over? Right. I'm so ready to leave.
Yeah. Well, my headline is $400 million for this, $400 million, and over a decade of your life, James Cameron.
$400 million and, 13 years later, here we are.
Visually, I thought it was so cheesy, so lame, so bad. The special effects are terrible. Like, I would equate it to Saturday morning nature shows or The Descendants 2. Okay, I thought Zoe Saldana was going to break out into Chilling Like a Villain.
Chilling like a villain.
I thought the special effects and the 3D and the CGI was so dumb and so lame and so bad and just terrible.
Did you think it was worse than the 2009 film? Or did you think it was like on par?
It was on par. Well, okay. What I'll say is that in 13 years, 3D effects have leapt forward by about 3%. Like, it's quote-unquote better, but it's still dumb. It's still inessential. At the end of the movie, I took, near the end of the movie, when there were 5 or 10 minutes left, I took my glasses off, and it was a little blurry because it was in 3D, and I was looking, but I was like, this ain't so bad. I would watch it in 2D. And James Cameron is like, watch it in 3D IMAX, but we already spent, our tickets were $16 each, $32. 3D surcharge, and then IMAX would be another surcharge, and if you're in New York City or LA, $35, $1 million. Is that what you want out of us, James Cameron?
So I didn't think that the technology has advanced at all. Like, I could not notice any difference between the visual effects from 2009 to present day. Yeah. Well, that really surprised me because I was I don't know what I was expecting, but I was underwhelmed.
It's leapt forward a huge 3%, 3 to 6%. It's still just gimmick. It's crappy. It's like why am I watching this in 3D? But yeah, like you said, Sam Worthington. Going on and on about family. Okay, what is this? Fast and the Furious family.
He was so Vin Diesel in this.
Zoe Saldana, who is a talented actress, I guess, but her entire repertoire.
She hissed.
It's just like, jeez.
Yeah, she hissed and cried her way through this whole film.
The kids were annoying.
I think the main problem with this was that the main characters were the kids. Yeah. And the child acting was bad. Yeah. It was bad. On top of the dialogue being bad.
Zoe and Sam really take a step back for the kids, but the kids were so cliche, like, I'm an older brother, I'm the younger brother, and I want to be, I want to risk things, and I'm dangerous, and I don't think of the consequences. And it's like, oh, whatever. The whale.
Oh, the freaking whale. They spent so much time on the whale. I couldn't believe, I was like, wow, so this is why it's so freaking long. An entire hour is devoted to the whale.
Well, one of the kids develops a relationship with the whale, and it's like, the whale starts spilling his guts, like, oh, I ate a bunch of plankton today, and I was
somehow
sad.
They understand each other, even though he just, the Na'vi kid is brand new to this world.
Yeah.
He still understands the whale language.
And the thing about a giant animal is that, there's nothing to look at. You can't look at its eye. Well, James Cameron zoomed in on this computer-generated whale's eyes, but there's no mouth, and it has. You can't buy into it. It's a freaking cartoon. It's so dumb, and like this whale's having a chat with the young brother who wants to. Be dangerous.
Well, he relates to the whale because they're both outcasts, honey.
Sure.
They're both rejected, and so they're friends, and they relate to each other.
Sure. And it goes on, and like the whole whaling humans plot device is so dumb. Like, this is how you're gonna use this, James Cameron. Okay, so. The meme corporal guy is back as a Na'vi. Okay, whatever. But he's so hell-bent on killing Sam Worthington. And after a while, it's like, dude, do you really have a heart-on for Sam Worthington? Like, get over it. And so James Cameron uses this plot device of schlubby humans. A bunch of humans show up who are into whaling. And you're like, these guys don't belong in this sci-fi movie, this Na'vi movie, this Pandora movie. And it feels just misplaced.
Yeah, it really felt out of the blue. I was like, where is this plot line coming from? And where have these guys been for the last couple of years?
Right. It was so dumb. The whole thing. 10 minutes in, I wanted to walk out. I was like, this is so dumb. These blue people. I hate cartoons, as you know, honey, because I feel there's zero artistry or zero effort. Like, if a cartoon wants to make a giant monster, they just draw a giant monster. If a cartoon wants to blow up a city, they draw a blown up city. In movies, if they want a monster, they have to, computer-wise, technology, they have to make a monster, but then they have to blend it with humans. And so there's effort there. Instead of just, oh, it's all cartoons. We're going to explode 6,000 spaceships. So I was thinking, well, first of all, I'm an adult also, so I don't like cartoons. But I just think cartoons, there's zero effort there. It's done very easily. But when it's a quote unquote movie, you got to try to blend it with human action, and it fails sometimes. But you try. But this was like, it was just all cartoon. And so the whale is a cartoon. Okay, a computer-generated graphic image. The Na'vi are cartoons. It was just, the humans, they weren't cartoons, but they didn't fit. And it was just, these whales are, and I've heard podcasts, I've been torturing myself. I've been hate listening to Avatar 2 reviews on podcasts. Oh, the whales. Oh, I wanted to stay in Pandora. Oh, the Na'vi is so beautiful. Get the hell out of here with that. Who are these people? Who are these people?
I'm surprised it's been getting such rave reviews.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised by the box office because it's a spectacle.
It's an event.
And people are drawn to it. And like I did not like the story or characters at all, but I would still recommend somebody to go see it.
Really?
Yeah, sure. But I don't understand the praise. I think it's a terrible film.
Yeah. I can't believe he's making 3 more.
I know. I said to you, don't make me come see the next one. I'm not coming next time.
I will not.
We're not going to see it. We're not doing Sizzler.
I love you too
We're
much.
not
wait,
going to.
wait.
We're not going to Avatar 3.
Wait. Is Sam Worthington a handsome man, honey? And why isn't he a bigger star? He was in the first Avatar, which was the biggest box office hit of all time.
I need to tell you.
Yeah.
60% of why I liked Avatar 1 was Sam Worthington. I thought he was so handsome. Mm-hmm. And even as a Na'vi blue guy.
Yeah.
Thought he was super cute.
Yeah.
I had high hopes for him. I can't believe he hasn't done more. I know he was in a couple big films that didn't really go anywhere.
Right.
His star quality
Faded.
He didn't really rise to do more stuff.
Zoe's in the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's super cute, yeah. But you know what? He's not really likable in this film. I don't like his character. I don't like his dialogue. I'm like, this guy who's on an alien planet, however many years in the future, he's still talking like this.
Yeah.
He's talking like a teenage bro on the basketball courts.
Yeah.
Like, the dialogue is so juvenile.
It's bad.
And so low rent.
Yeah.
I can't believe that my cute Sam Worthington is speaking like this to his Na'vi Zoe Saldana wife. I can't believe it.
Yeah, suddenly becomes a family man, which okay, but it's so bad. It's so cheesy. So notes, ideas, observations, hot takes. James Cameron is a self-confessed hippie. And he's an environmentalist and whales and ocean.
Feel it. So am I.
Too much. Too much. Save the whales, save the planet, whatever. Imperialism, colonialism is bad. I get it. But get the hell out of here with that movie.
I'm here.
I want to be entertained.
Listen.
I don't want to be preached to.
James, I'm here with you, bro.
You are. You have a t-shirt that says Tree Hugger.
I do.
Which you bought for $4?
$8.
$8.
$5. I'm sorry, five.
Right.
But it saved 18 trees, allegedly.
Sure.
I'm a tree hugger.
You are.
I love whales. I love the environment. I'm here for Greta Thunberg. But
she owned Andrew Tate. Honey.
I can say all that, and I can still say this movie sucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
3D, bad, cheesy, distracting, blurry in some parts. It's come so far from 2009, about 3% to 6% better. Edie Falco, horribly miscast.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, like I was like, who? Like, okay, Edie Falco is a big time army lady or whatever, but she was just bad and she was distracting and took away from everything.
She was terrible, and you leaned over and said her name to me during the movie. I was like, oh, that's Edie Falco?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Horrible character.
Yeah. All the Na'vi look the same.
Right. I couldn't tell the son. I couldn't tell who was Sam Worthington's sons.
Right.
I couldn't tell who the water ladies from their daughters were.
Exactly. So I
know from Tribe. I had no idea.
I know what Sam Worthington looks like, and I know who Zoe Saldana is, but their kids, I don't know, or I don't know these actors.
The only distinguishable one was
Sigourney Weaver,
the alien. Yeah,
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet is unrecognizable.
Right.
We had to Google afterwards who she even played.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver is recognizable.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana. And maybe it's because we never saw them in their human form, I guess. Yeah. But it was so confusing keeping all these characters straight.
Yeah, too many characters.
Too many.
And the kids are annoying.
So annoying.
The whale, I already mentioned. Whatever. Like, why are you trying to give the whale a role in this movie? It's unnecessarily long. It's criminally long. I looked at my phone 2 hours in. I was like, really? Another hour and 12 minutes of this bullshit?
You held up your phone, and my eyes looked over to your phone. I was like, oh my gosh, another hour?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. There's some ocean shots, which you're just like, Cameron is just in awe of himself. Like, I've read that they made new lenses and they they made new cameras. There's all this new technology. To me, it still looks like shit. But like scenes would go on too long where they're just like one scene where the kids are playing with the Sam Worthington, and it was like, why does this really need to be 40 seconds of them frolicking in water?
Yeah, it's like the Lord of the Rings extended versions.
Yeah.
So you have the theatrical release, which is long enough as it is.
Yeah.
Plenty indulgent. So I think Cameron should have saved this for like do they do DVD releases anymore? Like
sure,
the longer,
Blu-ray.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the longer release. Like this felt like the director's cut. It was super long. Like nothing was edited out.
The director's cut is going to be like 5 hours long. The finale battle, pew pew, whoosh whoosh, choo choo choo. It went on too long. It was, in my opinion, the action was just horribly choreographed, not believable. The first Avatar, think whatever you want, but it was like the humans are here for an obtainium and they're trying to colonize the planet, and there was a lot going, or it was a big issue. But this was just the Colonel guy wanted to kill Sully, and it just gets like old, like really quickly. You're like, okay.
The first one, like you can blame it and fault it for being formulaic and borrowing from other previous films, but it was a clear narrative.
Yes.
And it was easy to follow. You knew what was going on. This seemed so meandering.
Yeah.
And 2 hours in, I was like, oh, they're bringing up this new topic that we've never seen before with the whales and their brain juice.
Their nectar. Yeah.
Their brain nectar. And then it goes away and we don't hear about it again.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, I'm not even sure why I guess this is why the humans came back. Finally, I find out 2 hours into the movie.
Yeah.
But I appreciated the first one. I thought during this movie, I was like, wow, I really enjoyed the first one more than this.
Yeah.
Because visually, technically, they're pretty on par.
Yeah, it was an achievement.
And the story is so much more cohesive, albeit like kind of cliched.
Yeah.
But even so, I enjoyed the first one much more.
Smurfahontas. Yeah. And going back to James Cameron being a hippy-dippy, it's like, oh, whales are so intelligent and they're so vital and they're smarter than the Na'vi. Oh, okay. I get it. Have you ever watched Captain EO, honey?
The Michael Jackson thing?
Yes. In 3D at Disneyland.
Yes, I have.
Okay. And I remember being in Disneyland and watching Captain EO and being like, holy shit, this is some 3D, and like reaching out because things were floating in front of you. It was like a big deal. Okay. That was like 30, 40 years ago. Okay. I think 3D technology has improved 6%.
It's really amazing how much it hasn't improved.
Right.
I was shocked.
Right.
Although
$400 million for this and a decade of your life, James Cameron?
Yeah, and it's essentially the same as his first Avatar movie.
Yeah. It's just, it's CGI, the video game. Some people might call it a screensaver. But like, I like watching I showed you my phone when I was watching the behind the scenes, but because I find the process fascinating. Like Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington in these motion capture suits, and there's all sorts of cameras going on, super duper expensive technology, and in the end they're in a giant warehouse. There's not much going on, but I realized the work and the resources and the time and the energy and the money going into this, as opposed to a cartoon, which The Simpsons outsources to Korea. Okay, let's be honest. But I know there's a lot of life poured into this.
There's a lot of people working really hard at it, yeah.
Yeah. But in the end, it's a cartoon. I can't get past it. These blue people. Okay, we get it.
You know what's equally fascinating and engaging is like the Planet Earth documentaries with David Attenborough.
Yeah. Richard.
Which? Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Richard Attenborough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you see these whales that James Cameron point and clicked on a computer, and you're like, okay, that's fine. But there's Planet Earth in 4K with Richard Attenborough narrating, and it's beautiful and glorious, and it looks better, and you know in your heart that this is real, and then Cameron is not real. So
what if James Cameron's his message is secretly forget Pandora, the magic is right here on Earth. Ooh.
Robert Meyer Burnett, who is compatriot to John Campea.
If you're on YouTube, you know.
If you know, you know. But he said in their Avatar 2 review, Avatar is James Cameron saving the planet. Like, this is his big swing. This is his... He's out here. In the end, he wants to save the planet and the environment and Earth. Mm-hmm. That was a Robert Myers. That was a YouTuber's hot take. Fine if you want to save the planet, but entertain me. And yeah. In the end, back to the whale. This ain't Free Willy. Okay.
Free Willy was a better film than Avatar 2. I will say that definitively. I'm saying it right here.
Okay. I'll believe you. I can barely remember Free Willy, but alrighty. Well, that's it, honey. We did Sis. We did Av. Both highly disappointing. Is there anything more to say? Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections?
Shall we reflect briefly on 2022?
Sure.
This is what brought it to its conclusion. It was Avatar 2 and Sizzler.
Yeah.
And us both being congested and needing nasal spray.
I'm breathing very well right now.
I am too.
This is fantastic. Give me more. Give me more of that shit, man. Give me more of that cocaina.
What was your high point of 2022?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you. What was yours? Do you have one?
Right now.
I was gonna. Well, what comes to mind is Christmas. Luna and Lennox opening their presents, which just happened a few days ago. It was good. It was a good time. Although Lennox was disappointed in his presents, and he said, "Next year, can I make you guys a list of what to get me?" But that's universal because I remember as a kid, you get your presents, you're like, oh, I mean, this is cool, but it's cool for about 6 seconds.
It's like, is that all there is?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more to it? But I put together a bunch of furniture. Actually, 2 weeks in a row. Their beds, or Lennox's bed, and a couple dressers for Lennox and Luna. Yeah. I think these past few weeks have been quite memorable. Does anything else pop in your mind, honey? Going to see my parents a month ago.
That was great. Glad we did that. Yeah. I'm more just looking forward to 2023.
Yeah?
Yeah. New year, new me.
You have high hopes?
I do. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be grand.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have your birthday to look forward to. We have Luna's birthday, Lennox's birthday, Frankie's birthday, which is
all within 2 weeks of each other. Those 3 birthdays.
Frankie's birthday is going to be wow.
We're going to. We rented a cabin in Dillon Beach for spring break.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. So we'll see where the year takes us, but I'm excited.
Onward and upward.
Yes.
As long as we stay away from Sizzler and watching Avatar. Although I've been listening to so many stupid Avatar podcasts and so much praise being heaped upon this idiot movie that I want to watch it again.
Oh my gosh.
What did I miss? What is there something I miss? Is it it's not me, it's you, or it's me, it's hey James and Senior Cameron, it's not you, it's me. Well, I think 2D would be different, but I don't know, 3 hours and 12 minutes. No.
No.
Okay. Well, are we done, honey?
Yes.
Okay. Bye-bye.